What's happening with TikTok? Botox and camel lips? Why? What should you do in Chicago? All this and more next on Cabin Pressure with Sean and G.
Prepare for takeoff.
Hey everyone, welcome. This is Cabin Pressure.
Yep, Cabin Pressure, we're back here once again. Big week, big day.
There's a lot of shit going on today, Sean.
Oh my gosh, there's so much to talk about.
I was loving today.
Yeah, well, I know we don't want to get political and stuff, but it's just a great day.
We got to talk
today.
about this a little bit, though. I'm sorry.
Right.
We do.
Right.
It was Inauguration Day.
Inauguration Day today. I mean, I was like fixated to the television this morning, just like I couldn't stop watching because I was excited, and then it wasn't, depending on where you are in life as far as your political views and stuff.
Because you look for a change.
Yeah, but today for America was just an amazing day. I mean, it's so exciting to get a whole change in there.
There was a lot of things that happened, even in the whole inauguration, that was actually pretty cool.
Oh yeah, there's a lot of cool stuff in there. And I mean, there was sometimes I was starting to get choked up a little bit.
I can't tell you, whenever the choir came in and they started singing, man, that was beautiful.
Yeah, I mean, it just like there was beautiful moments and the pomp and circumstances of the whole celebration. Like, it was cool. I mean, you're sitting there observing this whole history being made. It's just, it's chilling for Americans.
But when you're actually watching on TV though, and it's switching powers, right, from Democrat, Republican powers.
Right.
But when you're looking at both groups sitting there, and then one group telling the other group like, you suck.
That was like the summation of the speech. Yes.
Well, I'm not getting political, but I'm just saying it's kind of, it doesn't matter which power would have switched over. But when you're looking at this inauguration, you got both. You got the Republican side, you got the Democrat side, and one side wins, one loses. That's the way it is. We're a democracy in the United States, but they're sitting there and on one side they're going, I don't like you.
Yeah. It's comical. I mean, it doesn't matter. Either you're upset about it or you're.
Did he just really say that about me? Did he just say that?
Is he really saying that in front of me?
Exactly. He just said I sucked. Did he just say that?
Yeah. Put that whole conversation, put that in a bar scene. There's going to be some fighting.
There'll be a lot of fighting going on.
But people are going to be, the fists and cuffs are going to be flying.
When I was watching it, that's what made me laugh the most, because I'm looking at this, I'm like, these guys, I mean, they're part of our government, but they don't like each other.
Yeah.
They don't. They don't.
This is why you or I cannot be a politician.
Nope. There's no way. But hey, something? There were some really, really cool things that happened during the inauguration. One of them, Carrie Underwood.
Yeah, Carrie Underwood's. I mean, the technical glitch that happened, and
that person needs a new job, Sean. They get out of bed.
I think the news are saying they were saying that somebody's going to get a discount on that part of the inauguration. That technical game. But hey, she stepped up and she was like, "Hey, the words."
Acapella.
Boom.
Listen, man, you can sing when you can sing acapella.
Yeah.
And then you had the choir jumped in.
Dude, first of all, Carrie Underwood, unbelievable.
Yep.
I mean, it doesn't matter what she sings or what she does. I mean, for Roger concerned, the finest talent ever to come out of America.
And you knew it was coming. You knew it was coming because you knew that technical glitch was going to keep going on. And she was like, I got it.
Right.
And she took that moment, straight a cappella. She goes, the song, sing along.
She's American, man. She could step up whenever.
100% pride, man. You as an American, when someone does that in a situation like that and they take advantage of that and with their talent, it's incredible, man. You feel they give that chill.
Chill, man. Speaking about chills, what about the Reverend Lorenzo Swell?
Man, that was unfreaking believable. Martin Luther King Day, which is an amazing day.
Yep.
And then he goes on. And what I absolutely loved about this was this guy had his eyes closed the entire time. He wasn't reading this, Sean. I mean, he was preaching it.
Yeah, he's preaching it, man. It's a spontaneous. The prayer is supposed to be spontaneous. You can throw in these different points and actions to your prayer, but you need to be spontaneous. It's because of the feeling, the emotions that are coming over you, the glory God's given you at that time. To spread your message and your news. I mean, this man was like. I just felt sorry for the guy that was following him.
But okay, we're gonna come back to that one. But with his whole approach towards this, though, it was absolutely freaking amazing. I mean, the way he was covering Martin Luther King's dream speech. Most of the kids don't understand that, but if you heard parts of what he was talking about, it was Martin Luther King's dream.
Yeah. He was quoting his speech, his famous speech, "I have a dream." Yeah, I mean, there was moments in there that you just like, this is apropos, perfect for the day. I mean, it was just over the top. Amazing.
What side, it doesn't make a difference at that point. When you're listening to something like that, you have to believe in what this guy is talking about. And you're right. After that, he had this huge energy,
the energy,
right?
Yeah, it was the room was pumped up. He had everybody clapping and everything, and then the next guy steps up and he's like, "Let us pray."
Yeah, let's pray. I'm like, that poor guy. How do you follow that?
See, it would have been more appropriate if he would have stepped up and said, "And I have to follow that."
Oh, yeah.
Like the whole room would have lost it.
Are you kidding me, man? Who put this together that I'm behind this guy? I mean, that was unfreaking believable. But hey, it was announced that January 20th is now Liberation Day.
Liberation Day, and there's a new day in the world. I mean, there's a big agenda to be had, and he's got a big agenda that he's put out in front of him right now. That it's a lot. I mean, just think of that. Like, I'm getting exhausted just thinking about all the stuff that he's trying to do in 4 years.
You know something? That's okay. I'm looking forward to it, though.
Right.
I'm looking forward to a change. I'm looking forward to the way people look at us in the United States, our military. There's a lot of things I'm looking forward to a change, but I am looking forward to that change. But hey, listen, we had another huge thing that happened, and it was right before the inauguration, the day before.
What's that?
TikTok.
Oh, TikTok.
The meltdown.
TikTok coming down, man. Yeah, I mean, like, I was thinking about this whole thing. Like, there's all these millions of like youth out there that like is, just TikTok every day. They're always doing their little TikTok things, making their TikTok videos, and they're just like, we're gonna be crushed and all this stuff. It's just like it to me. It was like, okay, first of all, I'm the person that I took TikTok off my phone 6 months ago, right? Yeah. When the whole first thing, when Trump came out and like put TikTok into the forefront of the news and all that stuff, I was the first one. And I was like, you know what? He's got a point. And there's so many times, I mean, I don't know if you've ever had this happen, but there's so many times like these companies, tech companies, come back and like, I've gotten those letters at home. Have you ever gotten these letters where you're like, oh, we had a security breach and your personal information has been put out there, and have you ever gotten one of those?
Yeah. Unfortunately, yeah.
Yeah. And so I mean, to take that aspect of this whole problem and then to put it in and say, okay, well, now one of our adversaries, China, is got my personal information or whatever's on TikTok. I don't know if there's much of anything on there because I don't participate in putting videos and stuff out there, but
But it's
I just
crazy
didn't like
anyway.
the whole idea.
You know how you have access through your phone? I mean, everything.
Yeah.
I mean, our phones are everything to us, but it's also could be everything against us.
Yeah, I mean, it's unnerving for me for any of the like tech stuff. Like, as much as I love tech stuff, I hate that we don't have enough oversight in our tech industries because it moves so fast that we don't have the ability right now to catch up to it. Really, I mean, we're playing in the rears right now, like trying to make rules on things that already have happened. I mean, the Bezos, the Zuckerbergs, the Musk, all these guys, they all, they're way ahead of the game,
But this meltdown was, I mean, did you read any of the social media stuff with these kids?
Oh yeah.
A lot of these kids were completely flipping, melting down.
Yeah. One of the quotes here, it says this gal, Erica Thompson on TikTok says educational content on the platform would be the biggest loss for the community. I mean, when I heard this, I'm like, wait the fucking minute. I'm like, are you like, this is their news source. This is the, BBC. This is the New York Times, like, are you kidding me? This is where you're getting your news source. This is going to hurt the community. No, it's going to help the community. If you're using this as a news source, right?
Well, it's going to force a lot of kids to get out and get a damn job. Right? I mean, I get it. Don't get me wrong. Social influencing. I understand that you're making a lot of money doing that. Good for you. More power to you. But what happens? That was a perfect example. What happens when it all goes away? And all of a sudden, these kids, they want to get involved in government. How can government shut down this? How can government do this? Now, you had nothing to do with government, 24 hours ago. But after this 24-hour period, you have everything to do with government.
Yeah, what?
You're telling everybody what they should and they shouldn't do, but 24 hours prior, you were out there dancing and doing some TikTok video.
Yeah. I mean, you know what? Listen, to be honest, this TikTok is only one platform. There's lots of different platforms out there that these, influencers are making money off of. So, I mean, TikTok is just one revenue stream. If they're a real influencer, they're on multi platforms. They're on Instagram. They're on YouTube. They're across the board. So this is shutting down a chunk of their income, but they'll still be able to dance and act too stupid.
But within hours, it was back up.
Yeah.
You know why, right?
Well, the people that have the app, it's back on for them to use it.
Exactly.
But for anybody that wants it, there's nobody out there here in the United States and can download the app.
Yeah, you can't download, but there's still 170 million that have it.
Right.
So, I mean, it was back up for them, and that was because Trump got it to come back up.
Yeah, I mean, he got it back up because of the young influencers were, that was a lot of votes for him, right?
A ton of votes.
Right. But here's my point. Here's my thing that I have a big problem with this whole thing is that, one, there's still the influence of China there. I mean, I don't care if there's young votes or not young votes. The security of our nation to me is like of the utmost importance. So, I mean, to have a platform out there, you could put it back up, okay? But our national security comes way before a vote.
Yeah.
I mean, that's how I feel. Like, it's like you have to, there's money. Everything's driven by money, right?
Yeah. Prove that it's a secure.
Yeah, prove that it's secure and make it secure so that everybody feels comfortable using it here in the United States.
But I think that's what he wants to do, though, right? Because I think if I'm understanding this right, he wants it, over 50% owned in the United States.
Right. We want to be the controller, so we can control the algorithm. Yeah. That's the whole point of this, because right now China's got control of the algorithm and they're feeding off of that algorithm. And if anybody out there that understands algorithms, you can do some pretty malicious stuff with algorithms. So, that's my whole point, whether it's up or not. And these kids, they don't think beyond their dancing. Their income and their dancing.
Yeah, but something, I'll bet you any amount of money. A lot of these kids were freaking out though, because this was their income. I mean, some of them were making a lot of money at this, and this is their income. And if their income was completely taken away, you have to go get a job. Right? No, seriously. Right. I mean, you got to go get a job.
But again, back to what I was saying. And if you're a true influencer, this is only one platform.
I understand
that, but you're still moving. You just keep rolling.
Exactly, but it's their main. TikTok is one of the main platforms, though.
TikTok's paying a lot of money. Like, they're paying one of the bigger abundance of money. But I'm telling you, there's people that are strictly YouTube. There's people that are strictly Instagram. Like you don't have to be on TikTok to be an influencer. So
well, there must have been a lot because they were having a shit fit on the internet about losing TikTok.
I think it was more of the users more than it was the influencers to me. Like there's a lot of influencers out there that were complaining about the loss of income. But if you really look at it, I'd love to hear the percentage of like how many people out there out of all the millions of people that use TikTok are actually making money. Like what's the percentage of people that are really monetizing that platform?
You know what didn't happen?
What's that?
Flight attendant didn't get fired within those few hours.
You got that right. It was a keep stupid flight attendants from twerking on
video.
Yeah,
get out of your damn uniform.
Well,
before
it probably helped a lot of stupid people out there putting stupid videos on TikTok.
Yeah, no firing of flight attendants in those few hours. Now, I can't tell you now, but not in those few hours.
Yeah, I mean, it's just like that whole stupidity out there of the people that do all this stupid stuff. Social media is just kind of a wild animal. Like, yes, there's this positives, like people can make money and make a living off of it, but at the same time, it can be really dangerous too. Like, remember like the all the different challenges out there where the kids were doing like the cinnamon challenge. Do you remember that?
I remember some of the challenge. I don't remember cinnamon.
Yeah, so the cinnamon challenge was actually like killing people. Like you take a tablespoon of cinnamon and you try to swallow this, right?
Yeah.
Like, I mean, there was like all these different challenges that were actually hurting people. Like I can't remember all the ones out there, but there's been several that's been extremely dangerous. But it's like, so one end, yes, these people monetizing, making money and all this stuff. And then there's this other end of just like, safety and stupidity got cut off.
I just did see a video, just what you're talking about. This guy was drinking Everclear.
Yeah. Great.
And this lady was kind of narrating it, and she was sitting there going, "Hey, listen. By the way, let's see how stupid you really are." And he goes, "Well, I'm going to go ahead and drink this." And she goes, "Oh yeah, you are, smarty. Well, do you know that is pure alcohol? That is going to burn your insides. It's going to burn all the way in. It's going to burn all the way out."
Yeah. These people, I'm telling you, that's the beauty of like. It's funny to see some of these stupid stuff out there, but at the same time, like. It also helps to stop stupidity. Like,
you know what the YouTube videos and all that convinced me is if I ever decide to do something at home and I'm thinking that it could possibly be a video that I'm going to end up on YouTube, I don't do it. Right? Because I don't get up on real tall ladders anymore because you're like a helicopter ride away.
Oh, dude.
Right? I mean, as you get older, you just don't do that stuff.
It does teach you from other people's mistakes, right?
Yeah, you see those stupid videos. I mean, it does. I mean, it teaches you what not to do.
Right.
Or if you end up doing it, you're going to be a dumb video.
Dude, I just can't. These people are... There's so much stupidity in the world.
But TikTok, that meltdown, I mean, that was kind of funny in a way because I was watching all this conversation that was going on and all these kids that were getting involved in government stuff. And they, like I said, 24 hours prior to that, they had nothing to do with it.
Yeah, I'm still interested in the story. We'll be talking about it in the future. Like TikTok this story is not going away because Trump wants a 90-day reprieve or whatever to like figure this stuff out. But at the same time, the TikTok owners like, we're good. We don't need it. And so, they're not, there's lots of people out there wanting to buy it too. There's a whole lineup of people. Yep. So, I mean, it's an interesting story. We'll keep talking about it.
Do you know one thing that he actually was talking about in the inauguration that I thought was kind of interesting was the Panama Canal.
Oh, the Panama Canal, dude. Yeah. Hey, that, first of all, the first time he mentioned that, like, it totally pissed me off. First of all, you've laid over in Panama?
Yeah, I've laid over in Panama.
Yeah, I'm laying over in Panama. I mean, for those of you that have never laid over in Panama, Panama is not one of the nicest places in the world. it's an interesting location to go to and see, but there's some bad riffraffy stuff going on in Panama.
We go there because we work.
Yeah, we have to work. Like we work, and that's like one of the places you go out there. You better definitely have your head on the swivel and know what you're doing, and stay in packs
Or stay in a hotel.
Yeah, but then there's just like so much stuff going on down there because it's such a poor country, and just the riffraff and stuff that goes down there. And then there's the people that travel down there that are trying to take advantage of the bullshit that's happening down there, like the sex industry and all kinds of stuff. Like I've heard like pilots, flight attendants, getting into all kinds of crap down there with the sex industry and stuff, like it's not good. But I mean, to hear this, to circle back to this whole thing with Panama and the canal, I mean, U.S., there should be no reason why Panama is allowing China to come in and operate the Panama Canal.
So let's give a little history behind the canal, first of all, for a lot of people, because some people know the canal, but they don't know a little bit of the history behind it, right?
Yeah.
1914, it was opened.
Right.
It connects the Atlantic Ocean to the Pacific. And what it did is it reduced maritime travel between the two oceans.
Yeah, I mean, you kept the ships before that had to go down around the Horn of South America, which is another week journey. Yeah, that's a long way.
It's like 50 miles long.
The canal.
Yeah, it's like 50 miles long.
It sounded like you were like saying going around South America.
No. But you think about that when they made that 50 miles, a lot. That's a lot. I mean, that's a lot to make a canal.
Oh yeah, I mean, it took years and years and years to do it.
And they use this lock system,
right?
Which is pretty cool. If you ever been even down to like Lake Okeechobee, you're going into like you were talking about earlier about the
we have lock systems all over the United States. I mean, through the Great Lakes, we use lock systems with our freighters and stuff. We still have in history of the world and stuff, we've used lock systems for trading, for using that through the river systems and stuff like that. So yeah.
So when these ships come in, they allow more water to come in. The ships rise up. It's able to actually go through the canal, and then as they pass through the canal, then the water exits as they're leaving through the canal.
Right. Well, the water actually elevates to whatever the level of the water that it's joining. So if they're going up,
right,
the water's filling up into that when they put it in that canal channel,
right, and
then and it raises the boat, or if they're going down, it lowers the boat. So they're either letting water in or letting water out.
It's really a unique system. But in 2016, they did actually do a third set of locks.
Yeah,
and it was completed to allow larger ships to come through because they have. I mean, it's a key element in maritime travel.
Well, that goes right back to the airline stuff. Like we built shit for planes that were smaller than planes are today. So we have airports still in the United States, Cleveland, that can't really accommodate all these larger planes. I mean, the facilities are too small. The passenger level is too big. And the Panama Canal is the same type of thing. The ships started getting bigger. They couldn't accommodate the ships going through. We needed our warships. First of all, the U.S. Navy goes back and forth through the Panama Canal all the time. So, those that had to be accommodated. So, yeah.
But it says it does take like 8 to 10 hours to go through the canal.
Yeah. I mean, you imagine you got to fill up those freaking channels and lower and raise, and
that's a lot though when you think about it. I mean, for a ship, there's ships that are actually waiting to get in. It makes up about 6% of the global trade market, but there's ships waiting to get in. Can you imagine what the backup is?
You said 8 hours, right?
8 to 10.
Oh, you know what the backup is? I mean, when you fly into Panama, and you're like circling into the airport, you can see hundreds and hundreds of ships just all waiting out in the ocean there. Like it's amazing. It's like they're all just waiting their turn to go through the canal. But as opposed to, that extra week journey to go around South America, right?
Yeah.
So,
but let's talk about, okay, well, there is a challenge though. They said there's a water shortage.
A water shortage for
the canal.
For the canal.
Yeah, they said it's a water shortage. That's when they run into problems, because when there's a water shortage, they said that they run into problems with that. Interesting. Right? Yeah, I know.
I thought it was like a pump system that comes from either side of the oceans.
It just, as you said, a lock system is it raises. I mean, once it opens up, it fills in, and then they go out the other side.
Right.
But I mean, they said that is that's one of the problems is with the water shortage. But going back to what we were talking about with President Trump, now he said he's taking it back.
We will see. I'm very happy about it, but we will see. That's I was thinking about that when he was talking about the whole, we're going to stop wars and we're going to get out of wars and all that stuff. And then right after that, he was like, we're taking back the canal.
Well, it's because it was being run by China. It was supposed to be ran by Panama. It's not being ran by Panama.
Right. Totally developing story. We'll definitely see what the heck happens.
Yep. Like I said, Panama Canal, very, very interesting little story there. So, hey, listen, this week it is officially International Sweatpants Day.
Sweatpants Day. This is at the fun part where I think that weekly we're going to add into the show here. There's a fun fact site that we found that has all these like fun facts about some, what's going on. And so weekly we're going to give you some of the better things that are happening today. And one of them is sweatpants.
You like how I transitioned to that one?
Yeah.
Sweatpants Day.
But, it's also this week is National Hug Day.
I ain't giving you a hug.
Come on, man.
I ain't giving you a hug, man.
We're Americans. We love each other.
It's like an air hug.
Yeah. But here's some fun fact. In 1908, this is just like a story to like tell you how far we've come in the world. I mean, just people are like, oh, this is not my free speech and all this stuff. But in 1908, New York City passed a law prohibiting women from smoking in public places.
Could you even imagine? I mean, could you imagine that? You can't even imagine a woman smoking, period.
Well, like the generation today and everything, they're just like, it's so interesting to like look at like history, just like, for Black people, like women, there's all kinds of minority groups that have like gained, rights, civil rights and stuff over the years and the change. Like our forefathers made the Constitution, but the Constitution wasn't perfect because it had to have amendments, right?
Yeah.
So we had amendments and we learned and lived and all that stuff. And it will continue to change, to also get better. It's not perfect, but it's a good start and it's been working for a long time.
So now women can smoke in public.
Well, now women got to smoke in public, and then we were like, everybody was smoking, and now we're not trying to get everybody to not smoke now. Yeah. And then we're now creating laws where you can't smoke.
Not prohibit.
Yeah. So, so I think it's full reverse now. Like you can't smoke in restaurants, right? In a lot of states.
Well, the funny thing about it is years ago, they used to roll their cigarettes, right? But in 1908, they're rolling them again today, and that was not prohibited. Now they're allowed.
Right. And that's just the same as like, so now like how many states have marijuana legal? So now they're rolling their own again.
Yeah,
right?
You're back to rolling your own. Back to 1908 when they were rolling theirs.
Exactly.
Oh my goodness. Anyway, you had in 1964, the world's largest cheese was manufactured.
Yeah. This cheese was weighed over 34,500 pounds. I mean, that's 34 and a half tons.
There's a bunch of mice just looking at that damn thing going, no shit, I love that.
This reminds me of like, we just went back to Vegas recently, and we got our nieces to do a little shopping spree for Christmas, because we always do this every year with them when we go to visit them in Vegas. And my niece, there's a candy store going out of business, and she bought one of those like gigantic gummy bears. I'm talking about like the gummy bear was like, it was like a foot and a half.
You mean the whole gummy bear?
Like it was just one gummy bear that was like, it's like kind of like this cheese here.
That is freaking crazy.
And dude, she started biting into this thing, and I'm like, it was the grossest.
It's all over your face, sticky fingers.
I mean, this big jelly gummy bear in her face, chomping.
Hey, you want a bite?
Yeah, I mean, it was crazy. And so like, just like, it was like probably been a week or two or something like that now. And her mom said, he's like, this is the last bite she's getting. Like, that was like 2 days ago. She was still eating on that stupid gummy bear for like a week.
That piece of cheese, though, Sean, took 16,000 cows. 16,000 cows.
First of all, where do you make that? Like, how do you make?
Was it Wisconsin, the cheeseheads?
Yeah, it could be. They were making a piece of cheese that everybody in the state could cut off a chunk just to make a hat.
Hey, listen, this next one, you're gonna love this one.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Wait.
All right, let me go ahead.
Let me go throw it in here. In 2018, everybody's gonna love this. There was a 12 camels found to have Botox in their lips. And they were disqualified from a camel beauty contest.
Those are some big ass lips.
Every camel I've ever seen, I don't even know why you would think that you need to put Botox in their lips.
Could you imagine the picture of like all these Arabs around, right? They're looking at them and they're sitting there going, it's a camel beauty contest, first of all, right? A camel beauty contest. And you're sitting there going, them lips aren't real.
Yeah. And over in Saudi Arabia, this king had this camel beauty contest for how beautiful their lips and their humps are. And they were using Botox for it. I mean, come on.
I've still got this picture in my head of these guys standing around looking at him going, yeah, those aren't real.
Well, after seeing this story and like reading about the story, I was thinking about, like these women that go and do this. And now I'm going to be looking at them like they're camels.
You're killing me, man. I did like this, though. I mean, that was pretty funny.
I mean,
those camels with the big lips, so we're killing.
I mean, they're putting Botox in their humps and their lumps and their lips. Like, come on.
All right, let's get to the airline portion of this. And this was actually pretty funny. But they had a humanoid robot girlfriend.
Yeah. This company built a humanoid robot that of course, somebody out there threw a meme on this thing. But when you get into it and actually look into it, they said it was like it's supposed to be the future flight attendants out there. But
I knew we were going to get replaced somehow.
Yeah, they're going to replace us with humanoid robots. But when you get into this whole story, it's like it's Robotics is the company that actually developed this robot. It's real. It has AI and like she could talk to you, have a conversation, all this stuff, and it's supposed to be like it's built for intimacy. And the first thing when I thought about intimacy is the first thing you're thinking about too, as you're listening to this, is like this is a sex robot, right?
Do you know how many guys would sit there and look at this and say, okay, the price tag is like $175,000, and he's weighing out right now. He's like, okay, dating, food.
That's a cheap girlfriend, man.
Exactly.
That's a cheap girlfriend.
He's sitting there going, wait a minute. I come home, the house is clean, nobody's yelling at me, and
she ain't talking back. She's just doing what I want.
And all she got, and she goes over and she sits down and plugs herself in. We're gonna pay for this one, Sean.
Yeah. Well, hey, we're not making this shit up.
No, we're not making. We're just talking about it.
Yeah. It's funny, like they quoted here the robot was from this Real Robotics. It's called the Advanced Body Mobility Robot, which affords a wide range of motion and more human-like physical gestures.
Well, it was actually this huge silicone company, right?
Yeah.
Did you read a little bit farther back in it?
Yeah. This is like a sex toy.
You knew this was coming. You knew it was coming. I mean, they tried to hide it, but you can't hide it because you got history behind yourself. No way you can hide this, but this was from the adult porn industry.
Yeah. Yeah. I watched there's a video. We'll throw up on the video.
So wait a minute. So you got a robotic flight attendant that came from the porn industry.
Well, of course.
Wonder what they're doing on a layover, Sean.
First of all, if you just cut out the robot part, you probably just nailed it as far as
and the bell goes dong.
Yeah, you just nailed it, and that wasn't the sound effects or being nailing it, but it was you nailed it being what a flight attendant is.
I was looking at this video about this robot, and there's so many questions, right? So many questions. Our future, we're not going to. I mean, we will see portions of it, but we won't see it.
No,
but this is the future, though.
I mean, we're gonna see the beginning of it all.
Well, think about it. I mean, in this house, right? You got a robotic vacuum sweeper.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. Roblox.
Yeah.
Roblox.
When I come in, he's working. You might not be, but the damn vacuum sweeper's working.
Yeah, it's like
this damn thing goes and parks itself too.
Yeah, parks itself, cleans itself, it vacuums, it mops.
Now you understand exactly what I just said about this robotic girlfriend.
Yeah.
175,000. The guy's going to go, man, that's a deal.
And I'm going to tell you right now, when you see this video, you go check it out on our Facebook page. But when you see this video, you know it's made by a male.
And you know they're going to ask a whole bunch of other questions too.
We're
not going to get into that, but they're going to ask a bunch of questions. You know this shit's coming. I don't care. You know it's coming, man. They're going to ask those questions.
But let me finish what I'm saying. Then this thing was built by a male because it had a tiny little waist, big old boobs, and big old booty.
You're going to get us in trouble. You're so going to get us in trouble.
All right. But anyways, man, and heads up for everybody out there too. Coming down the line here, May 7th of this year, all these things that we've been doing out and going out and to traveling and stuff, they're going to start doing the real ID is going to be mandatory. So May 7th, just a heads up for everybody. So, and what we say about real ID is that you're going to have to get a state qualified ID. Either you have a driver's license that has as TSA, I can travel in the United States, or you have some type of identification you can get from your state too. But at that point, that's when they're dropping the gauntlet.
But your passport's still good too.
Yeah, the passport's good.
Yeah.
That's a real ID.
Right.
But these driver's license that don't have that, you can go to the DMV right now and you can ask for one that doesn't have that travel aspect to it. For that person that's not going to travel anywhere, what do they need it for, right?
Yeah, you knew this was coming though. I mean, they had started and then they stopped it. Remember that?
Yeah.
COVID.
But we really hadn't heard when the date was when it was going to actually happen. But May 7th is the date. You're going to have that real ID.
All right, man. Well, let's talk about the destination.
No. You're skipping over a couple of the things here. So one, there was a couple of incursions that happened here. One, did you hear about that 737 MAX that collided with a coyote?
Well, if I did, I wouldn't have jumped over it. So no.
Yeah, man,
tell me about the coyote that had a really bad day.
They were taking off out of Chicago, and this plane hit a coyote and it damaged the wheels, and so they had to do a air return and come back into Chicago. And like we were talking about air, bird strikes and all this stuff. I mean, this is a freaking coyote it hit, running across it. Like we always hear about deer and stuff here in Ohio, right? Yeah, but I mean, airplanes, they're hitting a lot of shit out there. Birds, coyotes, all this stuff.
They're going to eventually have some kind of system though. You know what I mean? They're going to have some kind of system for airports.
Well, you would think that there's some type of anti, and they do. I think a lot of the airports and stuff like police the airport property, of course, and go around and try to, that's why there's fences all around the properties, but these animals, they jump them and get under them and all that stuff. So
guys getting wheel wells.
Yeah, that's they might be coming in with the coyotes. You don't know, But another thing that happened actually today. So my wife just called me this afternoon, and she was like, she's flying down to Florida, and she got down there, and she's like, we're delayed like about an hour because one of the de-icers hit one of the airlines.
Really?
I mean,
that's not shocking though. Seriously, that's not shocking because these guys are actually they're driving the trucks from the booms.
Yeah, I mean,
it's not surprising.
It is. It's amazing. But like when you have these incursions, and incursions happen all over the airport. Right. I mean, whether it be with an animal, with the aircraft to aircraft to freaking ground, equipment, things like that. I mean, it slows down everything. It stops the process big time. And so she's a little delayed today because she was like upset. She was like, yeah, we got delayed. Couldn't get out of here because de-icer and pad, they had to come out and do their little investigation and all this stuff and take pictures and blah, blah, blah. But yeah.
Okay. One more thing before we get to the destination too is I'm glad you kind of stopped me back, but Houston,
I'll always do that.
Yeah. Reach over there and thump that line. But down in Houston, Hobby and Bush are going to be closed on Tuesday. Arctic Blast.
Yeah, man.
You don't hear too many, to where they just completely shut everything down.
The interesting thing, like you only hear it when the South can't deal with cold.
Nope.
I mean, they just don't have and
no de-icing, no nothing.
Yeah, they don't have the equipment to deal with it. They're not used to dealing with it. So when it does come through those little minor times, it just shuts it down.
Yeah.
Because ice on runways and ice on the.
But then it backs everything up.
Yeah, but they're talking about closing those airports. It is literally closing.
It's going to be closed on Tuesday.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Both of them. So it basically you blanket every airline.
Yeah.
With that closure.
Doesn't matter who it is. But on top of that, I was just reading some airline news. They're talking about creating this where the airlines, if it cancels for any reason, they have to reimburse you.
But listen, I tell you though, it's better that they do exactly what they did though, Sean. They just close it down because all it's going to do is be continuous delays all day long. People are going to be a mess. They're going to be backed up, bags, everything else. This way, nobody comes to the airport. No crews come. You're basically set. Right? You just shut it all down. That's the best thing to do when the weather comes in like that. Can't do anything about it. It's safety first always.
Yeah, and the roadways down there, anyways. You're not even talking about the freaking southern crazy drivers.
All you got
to get there.
Yeah, just all you got to do is take a look at the TV, man. They'll be all over the place. All right, now
let's get to the destination.
Finally.
Yeah.
Chicago,
man. I
Pizza.
love Chicago. There is so much stuff to do in Chicago. Chicago, first of all, did you know that's where I was born?
Nope.
I always like to drop things that G does not know about me.
It's like a mic drop. Do you know where I was born?
Yeah.
Nope.
Yeah.
Chicago.
Yeah, I was born in Cook County Hospital in Chicago. And for those people that in Chicago, they know where it is and where it's at. But Chicago has so much to offer. I absolutely love.
Is Cook County a nice neighborhood?
Not so.
Oh, that's where you're from. All right, just checking.
Yeah,
there's always Chicago's always in the news, Sean.
Yeah, it's a very famous hospital because there's a lot of gangsters and stuff.
Yeah, okay, go ahead. I didn't think you came from a really savory place, but go ahead. Hey.
Yeah. Anyways, going to Chicago. There's just so much to do there. There's so many places to go and do. It's impossible if you go on a layover or you're stuck there in Chicago for any amount of time. There's so many things to get out and do. If you stay in your room, you should be kick yourself.
It's a cool city. It's a very cool city.
Yeah, it's a cool city. It doesn't take far to go and see a lot of stuff. I'm going to name a bunch of different things like Millennial Park, the Silver Bean there. Everybody, that's iconic. You go over there to take a big picture of this big, gigantic, larger than life silver bean. And it's a piece of art and everything. That's a very famous piece of art in Millennial Park. But, they've got the Chicago River there. They got the Navy Pier. They got Wrigley Field.
Chicago River is really cool.
Yeah,
really cool.
If you've ever, have you ever done the tour on the Chicago River?
Yeah, that's what I said. It's really cool.
Yeah. The tour, if you get a chance, they always take you can take a boat trip that actually takes you out down the river, and they tell you about the history. And Chicago was the first city ever that actually started selling real estate vertically. Did you know that?
You're teaching me a lot today, Sean.
I'm always teaching you, man. This is the education process.
He's like my educator. I'm so privileged to be sitting in front of him. He's from Chicago too.
Yeah, let me keep telling you about some other stuff. So Wrigley Field's an awesome place to go. Cubs and all that stuff. I'm not gonna leave out Comiskey Field, but the Sox stadium is too new. Wrigley has history. There's all this history to it, but check that out. Some of my favorite things to do in Chicago, believe it or not, is because I like to learn stuff, is all the museums that are there. They got the Shed Aquarium. They got the Museum of Science and Industry. They got the Art Institute there. The Field Museum. If you're into dinosaurs and bones, dude, I'm pretty sure that's one of the places, or no, that was in the Field Museum in New York where they did Jumanji.
I felt like that was a little dig that you like to learn stuff, but go ahead.
Hold on to that. So, so they get the Magnificent Mile there, which is a walk along the river where you can just like walk. There's 460 shops in there, but
Chicago is truly amazing city. It really is.
There's just so many things to do. It doesn't matter what your interests are and stuff. You're going to find people to connect with, things to do. One of the things I've always wanted to do in Chicago, and I've tried it like twice and got rained out, believe it or not, was do one of those Segway tours. Have you ever done those?
No.
Yeah, I mean, I haven't either, but I've tried to do it a couple of times on layovers and get rained out on them. But
one thing I can tell you about Chicago, though, and have you ever been when it's time to leave and everybody's leaving the city? Yeah. It looks like the whole damn city evacuates.
Yeah,
I'm not shitting you. I mean, those people, because they go onto the train.
Yeah, they jump on the trains. The L. It's not called the train. It's called the L.
Oh, whatever. They look like a bunch of ants going down into the hole. I mean, it's crazy. It's like the whole city evacuates.
Yeah. But, Chicago's a cool city. I mean, it's just has so much cool history to it. But we got to get to the important stuff, and that's the food, right?
The artery clogging, big old deep dish pizza. There ain't no way around it, man. That is the thing to eat.
I mean, one of the most iconic foods of Chicago is going there to eat a deep dish pizza. It's almost like it is the reason why they call it a pie, because it's almost like a casserole.
It's like a big old thing of goo, though.
Like 2-3 inches deep of like goo. Like it's like
you're talking about that gummy bear, Chicago style pizza. And don't get me wrong, it is absolutely delicious. Yeah. But one piece will do you.
Yeah, one piece. I mean, there's so much cheese and meat and everything, sauce and all that stuff. It's unbelievable. But a lot of cool, famous places to eat there: Giordano's, Pizza Uno, Gino's, all these different. There's a whole list of places that you can check out. But I will tell you that is the one big iconic thing that you need to eat there. The other thing that you can eat, and you don't even have to leave the airport for this.
Nope.
Is a Chicago style hot dog.
Isn't it amazing how you sit there and just say a hot dog, right? And then you go, no, it's a Chicago style hot dog.
Yeah. When you say Chicago style, I mean, there's a whole it's kind of like for those on the West Coast going to In-N-Out and know about animalizing a burger, or you go into like these different places where they have like this code language. A Chicago style hot dog is, let me break this down to you. It's an all beef frankfurter plopped into a steamy poppy seed bun, and it's, as they call it, dredged through the garden. And they say it's a collection of a horde of yellow mustard, neon green relish. And when I say neon green, I mean like it doesn't look like it should be eaten. It is super, super neon green. Chopped white onions, tomatoes, wedge, spicy sport pepper, dill pickle spear, and then you put the celery stalk all over the top of it. Man,
it is a smorgasbord of everything.
You can't pick it up and put it in your mouth.
Nope.
I mean, everything falls apart.
But boy, you really try, don't you?
But you try every time.
You're like licking fingers. You're doing everything. But Chicago, man, pizza and that hot dog, unbelievable.
Yeah, I mean, these are just two things that you're like. You get in Chicago, you're going to be like, you know what? I did Chicago. But you know what? We are leaving off. There was one last thing I should mention that it's the staple Chicago.
Garrett's popcorn, if you're going to back that. I mean, shit, we it was at the very beginning. We talked about Garrett's popcorn. You cannot go to Chicago without getting Garrett's popcorn.
Garrett's popcorn. You got to find it. You got to get it. It is the cheesiest caramel popcorn you'll ever have. And if you can get it like fresh, hot, I mean, wow. And it's
Sean likes the mix. I like the crisp.
The crisp. What's the crisp?
It's not, there's no popcorn. There's none of the yellow in it.
No yellow?
No. Huh. Your fingers get all stained and everything for the yellow, but it is very good. Don't get me wrong. I like that too, but I like the crisp better.
Crisp.
All right, man. Hey, listen, give us the quote, Sean.
Okay. So you know what today? Today we're doing this recording. It's Martin Luther King's birthday today. It's the national holiday. So I had to do 2 quotes today. So the first one I want to give about Martin Luther King, and that is, you must decide to speak for yourself. Nobody else can speak for you. So that's a quote from Dr. Martin Luther King. But the other thing that goes on top of today that I thought was apropos for the energy and the excitement of the day is that every morning you have 2 choices. You can continue to sleep with your dreams or wake up and chase them.
Well, I can tell you one thing. We definitely speak for ourselves and we definitely chase whatever we want to do. And I believe in both of those. And those are very, very cool. Listen, guys, it's been a great week. I had a great time talking today. God bless our country. God bless all of you guys. I hope that you guys have a great week, and we will see you definitely next week here on Cabin Pressure.
Yeah, next week here in Cabin Pressure. Join us, man. We're going to try to keep this going, and a lot of things to talk about because there's a lot of changes happening.
We always have a lot of shit to talk about, Sean.
Right.
Never we'll never not have something to talk about. All right, guys, you guys have a great week, and we will see you next week.
Thanks for listening to Cabin Pressure with Sean and G. Please follow us on Facebook, leave us a comment, and we'll see you next week on Cabin Pressure.